Video media can be used in many different ways and for many different reasons. Some of these reasons include education, so like the British Transport Police's reality check video, which helped educate the public on the dangers of being on the tracks. Entertainment is another reason, so this covers films. Animated films, live-action films, or stop-motion films are all examples of video media being used in a way to entertain people. Advertisements are another reason. These would be the kind of adverts that you see on TV, so obviously not the ones in the newspapers or on the radio. And adverts can be for anything from food to TV shows. Video media will have a different platform based on what its purpose is and who its target audience is. So if a piece of video media is aimed at teenagers, so 13 to 17, then it could be uploaded to YouTube, since it's a site commonly used by this age range. It doesn't matter if it's entertainment, educational, or an advertisement, because if it's on YouTube, it's likely to be viewed by teenagers regardless. Then there's TV. TV possibly has one of the widest age ranges of all video media platforms, but can be narrowed down depending on what time something's being shown. If something is shown during daytime hours, it's most likely geared towards family, like a family movie or advertisements for holidays and activities. But if something is shown later on, it could be aimed at adults or young adults, so horror movies, news that might be too graphic or too complex for children, or advertisements for things such as dating apps. Then there's sites like Vimeo. Vimeo is a site commonly used by filmmakers, artists, animators, just creators of any kind. Video media uploaded to Vimeo will likely get seen by creators, people interested in media, and even companies. Vimeo is considered much more professional than YouTube, so serious creators and artists are the main audience using this platform. Video playing technology started off in the 1920s with George O. Squier. He was granted patents for a system that transmitted and distributed signals over electrical lines. This became the base technology for something called Muzak, which was effectively a music streaming service. In the mid-1990s, audio and video were usually delivered over non-streaming services. You'd download a digital file from a remote server, then save it to a local drive on your computer, or store it as a digital file and play it back using CD-ROMs. In the late 1990s to early 2000s, technology developed a lot, and new advancements were made which led to improvements in streaming audio and video footage to the home. In addition to this, the internet was also becoming more commercialised. 1993 saw another advancement for streaming. The first live performance happened. The band named Severe Tire Damage were the first group to perform live over the internet. The audio and visuals weren't too impressive. The audio was also described as, at best, a bad telephone connection, but it was a start. From here, streaming methods only kept improving. Lossy and lossless are two different compression types. Lossy compression is an irreversible type of compression. The aim of lossy compression is to reduce the size of the file for storage, handling, or transmitting. To reduce the size of the file, some of the data is lost. For example, the layers in an image would all be merged together and they can't be accessed separately anymore. Some examples of lossy file types are JPEG and GIF. With lossless compression, none of the data has to be lost, so the quality of the file isn't affected. It compresses the file to a smaller size temporarily without losing any of the data when it's reopened. For example, a lossless image would keep all its layers intact once it's opened again. Some examples of lossless file types are PSD and MDP. Film recordings will usually save as a MOV file on a camera. MOV files were developed by Apple but run on both Windows and Apple devices. This is very useful for creators using video content, since they don't have to base their choice of computer on a file type. When editing, lots of creators use After Effects. When After Effects is used, the file will save as an AE. The one issue with AE files is they will only open on a device with After Effects installed, so you probably won't be able to access your work on every single device. When files are compressed from After Effects, they usually save as a MOV file again. This is because, as well as MOV files being accessible on every device, they're also multimedia. This means both video and audio can be saved to a MOV file, which is needed for video media. The best file type to use for small video files is WMV, Windows Media. This file type was created by Microsoft and it combines small file size with good quality.